One of the kids said the scene was green in our discussion, like you're green with envy. Like I thought that was really deep for, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
She thought of that, I thought that was great. Okay, so we'll meet again, but it's your turn to try. So you're gonna try this lesson with your students before our next meeting. Please complete your lesson notes. So I have some lesson notes for you. They're very basic. It's really just a chart to keep some anecdotal notes. Pros, cons, what elements of close reading are present in the lesson, and further explain one pro and one con. And this is for the lesson as a total. So you can just kind of take notes as you go along. Or if you want to focus on one day, maybe you hated day 5, I don't know, and you really wanted to explain that. So you're just going to keep some notes. And then we'll begin our next meeting with a brief discussion or reflection about the lesson, how it went. Don't forget your notes. Before we leave, though, I've got just a couple more things to talk about. Our next activity for phase 2 of 3, we're going to do an article jigsaw, which is kind of like, it's pretty much what we just did today, that we're all going to read this one article. We'll break off into groups and then come back and talk about the article as a whole. It's a really good article. It's by Doug Fisher, right there. Close reading in elementary classroom. So it's really the how-to, what it is, and it gives you more information. So everything we talked about today and then some. So I'll give this to you now. It's not very long. That's what we're going to work on next time. So bring that back with your lesson notes. I'll have some extra copies in case anyone forget. So our next meeting, we're really going to focus on choosing our own materials for close reading. This was set up for us, and this is great, but that's not reality. There are only 2 lessons on there. We have to get through the whole school year. And we're going to focus on focus questions. Collaboration on phase 3. I think that's really important. For phase 3, I have some ideas, but I think we really need to talk about where we want to go from there after phase 2. So we'll collaborate and discuss. Maybe we really need to focus in more on materials or finding other literature, things like that. And I have book club question mark. We can talk about if we want to do this. I found this book. It's called Notice and Note, Strategies for Close Reading. I have not used these techniques yet, but I was thinking if we did a book club and we could kind of all work on it together for the upcoming school year. Everything is mapped out. It's a really easy read. It's all planned out lessons for these specific signpost strategies, anchor charts, specific lessons. So I think this may be worth doing. And there's actually, after each section, there are questions to pose at PLC meetings. So I thought that would be really great. We can talk about if we want to do that for the next time. Okay, so a little bit of reflection. What do you think? What were your thoughts on this lesson, close reading, questions? I can give you paper if you don't want to say it out loud.
I like the lesson. I like this lesson because I like this story.
Yes.
This story was fun to read.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My fear is that you're never gonna have every story be fun.
Yeah. And that's another piece too. When we're thinking about the text that we're using, sometimes it's going to be informational text, and that's not everyone's favorite. We're doing close reading for specific purposes, so it's not going to always be fun, but we're going to try our best to incorporate those fun elements. And like we said, it's going to become second nature to the kids. So, our goal is to have them utilizing the strategy and analyzing the text. Maybe we won't have to put that pressure on them. We'll see how it goes.
This is a good base work for it. You should always start with a focus question and then kind of do a lot of these ideas of a lesson? Or is
It really depends on your goal. So the focus question is going to help guide your students to what your ultimate goal for them is. Really, eventually, once they practice this enough, even when they read for enjoyment, they're going to be reading that text closely and maybe not even realizing it. So it's all going to depend on what our goals for them are. But yes, we will be concentrating on creating focus questions. Anything else?
Good. Well done.
If you want more literature, I have it. I have tons of articles and books, not to overwhelm you, no pressure. And if you, don't wait if you have any questions, you can find me in room 3 or you can email me. So I'm here for you. I will even come model. I've taught this before. I will come model it for you. I'm happy to do that. So whatever you need. Thanks, guys.
Should we clap?